Welcome to Cross Yoga. My name is Ria, and I'm here today to guide you through a flow class. Cross Yoga is built on what I will call ancient Christian wisdom and love, and is available for anybody and everybody, no matter what you believe. And today I'll just do it very simple. Just have one sentence that I'll speak and repeat over and over so we really can kind of digest it and eat it again and get it into our body, soul, and mind. And I'll read it. It's from the Bible, but it's also here in my book called Meditative Movements, and you can find that on Amazon if you want to. Find that comfortable seats and let's start. Close your eyes and get yourself grounded with the sitting bones on the mat, or maybe on a block if you sit on that one. Tall spine. And then I'll invite you to take a deep sip of breath in. Hold your breath and sigh out. Do that a couple of times. Let go of anything that is heavy, worries, anxieties, unforgiveness, all of that which the Bible calls sin. Surrender that to God. And you're welcome to put your hands somewhere on your chest, approximately where your heart is. And this verse, a breath meditation, is taken from Psalm, in the Old Testament, Psalm 139. I thank you. I am wonderfully made. I thank you, God, or what you call God. I am wonderfully made. And you might repeat that sentence. First part, as you inhale, I thank you. As you exhale, I'm wonderfully made. Say that in your own mind. You can do free seated movements if you like. And if this sentence stirs up anything uncomfortable, negative feelings, don't just push that away, but maybe you say, God, help me with that. I surrender that I might not feel wonderfully made, or whatever it might be that you're feeling. Get your wrists going as well. As you slowly turn around, you can do your tabletop. If you're in for a downward facing dog, you can tuck the toes under and lift the hip up and back and move your legs.
Bring the shoulders away from the ears so you have a little bit of a micro bend in the elbows. You're also welcome in down dog to bring your toes slightly out so that the heels move. And maybe it feels nice, maybe not. Just play with it. And then moving the spine. So from your down dog, move into your plank and maybe come a little bit further with your knees so you can land in a tabletop where your hands are approximately under your shoulders. From there, take the left hand, it can be to the front, up and back for a rotation. Bring it down, other arm. You can inhale if you want to. Bring it forward, up, and exhale, back and down. Tuck the toes under, find a hovering tabletop. And your down dog. Repeating that. You can inhale, bring yourself to a plank. Exhale, knees down. Left or right hand, whatever. Bring it to the front, inhale. Bring the arm up, I'm bending my elbow. Exhale, circle the arm down. Bit of rotation in your spine. Other hand, forward, inhale. Exhale. Bring it down. Tuck the toes, inhale, knees hovering. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down. You can make it slow. One hand to the front, inhale. Lift up. Exhale, circle back and down. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, up and down. Tuck the toes, knees off, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Then walk the feet to the front. Fold forward and shake hands and whatever feels good. And then rise up into your mountain pose, standing at the top of the mat. Bring the palms facing forward and just stand real tall. I thank you. I am wonderfully made. I thank you. I am wonderfully made. And maybe you bring this sentence in as we move. So you stay where you are. Most likely you can see the screen. Stay at the top of the mat. Get your hands into prayer pose. I'm just turning this way for you to see. Then bring your right hand away. The left hand stays here in prayer pose, kind of. And then bring this arm out to the side and rotate for a little bit of a twist. Keep the hip forward. Bring it back, kind of like right hand is pushing like a magnet. The other left arm away. Bring it back, and now the palms can meet. Up towards the top of the crown of the head. Maybe the thumbs kind of intertwine, and then go for a small back bend with the elbows as far apart as you can. Lift the arms up overhead, drizzle the arms forward like a waterfall, and fold down. Put the right leg up and bring the foot to the back of the mat. High lunge, gaze forward, front knee and ankle on top of each other. High lunge. Maybe you bend the back leg a little bit to keep the spine somewhat straight so you don't have the pelvis moved out. Then lean forward a little bit or a lot, you decide, and bring your arms out. Staying here. Breathe in. Bringing the arms to the front, up again. Navel in and then lean forward, finding the floor in front of the front foot and lift the right leg up and go for a forward fold with the right leg. Lift as high as you possibly can, but slowly because we're warming up. Then lower down the right foot again at the back of the mat for warrior two. So you're going to pivot the back foot around. Rise up in warrior two. Bring the arms out. Align them with the floor. Front knee bent. Back leg straight without being hyperextended. When you have got this, kind of glue the arms and shoulders in the girdle there, and then lean forward like an airplane, flying a little bit to the side. You can go deeper or less. Up. Rotate back. And then front hand down towards the floor. This is a sequence we'll repeat a number of times. If you're like, what's going on here? Don't worry, you'll get to it again. Back foot up, half moon. So the right back foot keeps the direction it had in warrior two. Just elevate it. Hand can stay down. You can lift the right hand up a little bit or all the way up towards the sky. And then we'll try to repeat that. Hands down on the floor, get the feet landed to the front of the mat. Rise up, maybe you circle your arms up, why not? Hands into prayer pose. Starting again, right hand, keep the left where it is. Right hand out to the side, hips still forward. Bring the hand in. The left is being moved to the side. And back. Palms together. Hands overhead. Thumbs interlace or link, elbows out, lean back, stretch the whole chest. Straighten the spine again, maybe your hands lead the way, navel in, soften your knees. Hands down on the floor. Lift the leg up. Bring it to the back. You can go shorter distance than I do or wider distance on this long edge of the mat. Shorter is the easier one. Close the hip off so it's aligned with the short end of the mat. Navel in and then lean forward, this time arms out to the side. Bring the arms to the front and up overhead again. Remember to breathe. Then lean forward, finding the floor, lifting the back leg off this forward folds with a split kind of a thing. Left foot all the way up. Without cramping in your hip. Lower the foot down, turn it in the direction of left side so that the back of the foot is aligned with the short end of the mat, warrior two. Move the front knee over the ankle because it tends to drop in. Navel in. And let's fly to the front. Lift up. Great core exercise. Wonderfully made here. Leaning back, hands on the outside of the leg if you'll get all the way down there. And then that balanced posture, half moon. So I would advise you to bring both hands down, at least to the begin with, and I move the back foot a little bit closer. Lift it up. So you push the left hip on top of the right if you can. Both hands down or one hand elevated. Breathe. And look down on the floor if you have a hard time balancing. One more breath. Both hands down. Come to the top of the mat, fold forward. And let's get ourselves into mountain with hands in prayer pose. Close your eyes. I thank you that I'm wonderfully made. I thank you that I'm wonderfully made. And maybe you speak that also to the parts of your body that you're not so fond of. And let's repeat. This time, I'll try to guide the breath. So inhale, take the right hand out to the side, and you can use your Ujjayi breath, which means the snoring exhale as you bring the hand back. Left hand, reach, inhale. And exhale, palms together. Inhale, hands rise up overhead. Thumbs link. Exhale, lean back, open up. Inhale, straight spine, navel in, soften your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right leg up, also called half lift because the chest comes a little bit off the thigh there. Exhale, lower down, heel off, high lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, stay in your high lunge. Inhale, prepare to lean forward. And exhale, maybe go deeper, maybe not. Rise up again, inhale. And exhale. Split thing, balance, inhale. Kind of shoot the right leg up. Exhale, bring the nose towards the knee, even though it might not reach. Lower down again, inhale. Pivot the foot, front heel to back arch. Exhale, bend the front knee. Take your time. Now lift the hands off the floor, inhale. And bring the arms out. Exhale, soften into warrior two. Create some more distance if you like. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, maybe going deeper. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lean back. Half moon. Inhale, prepare. Lift the back heel a little bit closer. And right leg up. And we'll take an extra breath here because it might take a moment to get into it. Release, both hands down. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up, bring the arms out to big circle. Hands in prayer, exhale. Repeating, right hand out to the side, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, hands up. Thumbs together, elbows out. Exhale, lean back, open. Inhale, straighten your spine. Navel in, soften your knees. Exhale, full forward. Inhale, left leg up to the back. Exhale. Gaze forward. Inhale, rise, high lunge. And get the distance in between your feet that you like. Exhale. Lean forward, inhale. Remember, if the breath doesn't really work, that's fine. Don't overthink that. Exhale. Standing tall again, inhale. And exhale. Forward fold with a split. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, full forward and lift. Inhale, lower down, take your time. Pivot the back foot. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Rise. Inhale, warrior two. Get there, knee over ankle. Push it out towards the pinky toe. Belly button in. Inhale, lean forward. And exhale. Inhale, rise. Lean back, exhale. Half moon, inhale. Back heel off. And exhale. Again, take a breath. And then both hands down at the top of the mat. Fold forward. And stay in your forward fold for a moment. Then lift up halfway, bring your feet back to plank. Inhale, in plank. Exhale, lower down, elbows in by the ribs, you're on your toes or your knees. Lift into a cobra or an up dog. Downward facing dog. Let's do that just one more time. Plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Don't have to get all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then pigeon pose, a stretch, beautiful stretch for the outside of the hip. So you can bring the right leg up and back. And then right knee to the right side of the mat, to the front. And instead of pulling the foot and the shin forward, I'd rather have you move back like this. You can stay on your hands. If you feel anything you need, just wait a second and I'll show you another option. Or you can come down. If you have a block, you can use that under your elbows. Some people will kind of rest on their foot, almost on the floor. If you're like me, you'll be hovering a little bit more. Any knee issues, if you're in pigeon pose and love it, stay there. I'm just showing what to do if you're not into pigeon pose in that direction here. Again, calm your breath. I thank you. I am wonderfully made. And remember, you are not saying this to yourself. Well, you are, right? But you are echoing what God thinks, feels, says about you. He finds you wonderfully made. That God doesn't create ugliness. So no matter how ugly you might feel, so to say, God sees you as beautiful and wonderfully made. Getting out of this, I love my down dog. If you're on your back and you prefer on your back on the other side as well, you can just move and do the other leg. Opposite side, left knee to left side. Scooch back. I like to point my toe. Stay on your hands if that's like, the most wonderful stretch you can ever get. Or come down. You can even stack your hands here for head support. So you most likely will feel something on the outside of the hip on the side that is bent just right here. Slow your breath. And then move out of it. We're gonna sit down so you can move out on your left hip. If you're on your back, you can take a seat. Bring your feet to the front. If you want to do plow pose and know it, you can just bring your leg overhead. I'll just do a seated forward fold for now. So sitting bones on the mat. If this is plenty of stretching, stay there. If you feel like you can move a little bit further and that's your game, do that. Maybe you want to bend the knees, bring your fist underneath here if you prefer. And try to relax the legs. Thank you. I am wonderfully made. Sit tall again, and you can sit like this with your legs to the front. We're going to move a little bit into our shoulders, but if you prefer cross-legged, you can do that. Shoulder circles. And then I said shoulder, but it is really shoulder, even though it might not feel like that, but it's the front of the shoulder. Bring your hands behind you, either just on the floor, depending on how flexible you are, or the hands might grasp, and you can kind of move your chest forward and maybe look up, heart opening. And maybe in this heart opening posture, we can say the words, I thank you. I'm wonderfully made. You are wonderfully made. Release. Bring your right hand down, left arm up overhead, and go for a side stretch. So we keep the sitting bones on the mat, not lifting them up. So finding space in between the vertebrae and the ribs. And if you have followed me, we often do this in a warm-up position, but I'm going to try to do it in a more of a stretching mindset. And notice this top shoulder, you might take a hold of it, move it slightly back, and even the elbow a little bit back. Let go. Other side. So I'm keeping my hand in lined with the hip, so I'm not leaning back, I'm not leaning half forward, I'm really trying to lean directly to the side. And it's okay to find it a little bit difficult to breathe deeply here, because our diaphragm is a little bit challenged by this odd side stretching posture. And then you can take a seat. Do what you feel like your body needs to do. And then there's just resting left. So come down, and you might want to bring a blanket over yourself or socks, or if you have a shirt, maybe just bring it on top of you. You don't have to put it on necessarily. Come down, get your feet maybe almost mat width distance, because there's this opening in the hip. Bring the hands down on the floor with the pinky finger in the direction of your thighs. And then get your shoulders down towards the mat and away from the ears. You might want to have a little bit of double cheek sensation, so you're not looking up, but having this nice and long neck. Close your eyes. I thank you. I am wonderfully made. And remember, God does not create mistakes. Do we experience physical, bodily mistakes, so to say, due to sickness and illness in this body of ours? Yes, we do. In this world, we do. But the ground substance is that you are wonderfully made. Your body is trying its best. This is with God's Spirit to overcome things that might be breaking you down. And remember that this body, I believe, will be wonderfully and fully expressed in heaven, where it will not experience illnesses or diseases. And that is a hope I look forward to as well. To see that wonderful beauty in everybody, also in heaven. It is time to finish this class. Move fingers and toes. Ankles and wrists. Still down on the floor, resting. And then there's option of doing what your body feels like, stretching or hugging in the knees or something in between. This beautifully made body of yours. You can roll on to the side and from there take a seat. Thank you for participating. And if this sentence somehow touched you, maybe you write it out on a piece of paper and put it on a mirror by the toilet or something to keep that mindset. Thank you. I am beautifully made. Thank you.